As someone who loves this tiny camera right here, the Fujifilm X-Half, I just could not use it because of how tiny it is, which, hear me out, is a great thing. But for me, who has massive hands like this, as you can see, it's not that great, which is why I purchased the SmallRig accessory case here, which is the L bracket, L mount plate, as well as the thumb grip. Now, this is just going to be a quick video. I'm unboxing it. I'm telling you what comes in the box, how it feels and all of that, and then just telling you how it feels after using it now, I think for the past 4 days. Let's get into it. And these are the SmallRig accessories here for the Fujifilm X-Half. First off is this, which is the L-shaped mount plate with a silicone handle. There's also a wooden grip one, I believe, but I went with this one because I don't like that wooden look, especially because I got it here in charcoal silver, which is the same color as my Fujifilm X-Half that I have right here. So I wanted it to match the camera very nicely. That's the first thing I got. And the second thing I got is the thumb rest, or the thumb grip, which is where I'll rest my thumb when I hold the camera as well. This one I'm really excited about because I have like really big hands and I really want to be able to, you know, use the X-Half there. So starting with the unboxing of the first accessory case here, which is the half cage here. And I'm not a fan of cages, I would have to say, but this camera is just so small that you really need a cage to be able to just hold it properly. And the casing here, it comes in this, like, I think this, it looks like it's paper, and it is paper, but it has these things that make it feel like a foam type kind of a thing. And it comes in another container here, and in that other container that it comes in here, which is like a lens bag. And then boom, we have the grip right here. So this is the grip, and like I said, it's the same sort of theme of the dark chocolate or silver chocolate here of the X-Half. I think putting it on should be fairly easy. So it's just, I think, aligning it. I should probably read the instructions, but I just cannot wait to get into this right here. And I think is, it comes with its own removable thing to put it there, which I guess is nice. So I will just thread that in there. So I'll just line it up there and I will just screw it in. I think that should be fairly easy to do. So I'm just going to keep rotating this until I feel that it is tight, and I'm just going to put it like that. And boom, yeah, this is on very nicely. And as you can see here, it makes the X-Half, gives it that little bit of a grip there. So now when I hold it here, you can see there is now a grip to hold this camera actually, so it's not so flat, which is one of the main problems that I have. And I like that this half cage here, as you can see, has underneath this section here to pull this remover thing. I'm not sure what the name is, but it's just the remover thing. And it also has the doors, so you can still open your X-Half, no problem there, as you can see. So you can close it. It looks really, really nice still. So I like that that is there. So let me look at what else is in the box. Actually, I don't usually like just get into it, but I'm just so excited to get into it. And I think, what else do we have here? There's a paper bag here. And inside this paper bag, I am not sure, do I tear it? Yes, I do tear it. So let me just tear it out there. And inside the paper bag, what do we get? I hope we get something nice. Ooh, we get this 1934 with a waveform there, which is just a cold shoe mount. Well, there is no hot shoe mount here, so it's definitely a cold shoe mount, which you can use to replace on the top. It's sad that I won't use this on the top of the camera here, so you can just replace it like that, and that looks really, really nice. But I will probably not use this because I will be putting the thumb rest there, but that definitely looks very, very nice. I have to tell you right now, that looks really, really nice there. So this is how it looks from the top here, and if I go on to the back here, this is how it looks there. You can see it definitely transforms the camera so well, and this looks so beautiful. I don't know how to describe it. And I like that the black here matches the black of the camera itself, so they both have a very nice match there. And on the top there, yeah, this does look out of place, but it also looks really nice, and it's got that SmallRig logo there, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of you know, brands just having like their names on stuff like that, but you know, I wouldn't mind it if I were going to keep this. But yes, that is the L-shape mount grip, and of course I already have my shutter button there on the top, so that looks really nice. And next here, I have the thumb grip for the X-Half, and of course I also got it in chocolate silver because that's the only best color to get it right here. So I'm just gonna get into the box, and I'm so excited for this one actually because I've never used a thumb grip thing before, because most of the cameras I've always used are like really big massive cameras that I don't think I've ever needed a thumb grip thing. I just hope I don't cut myself here. That'll be an interesting twist. And yeah, just like the other packaging here, it comes in this paper thing that looks like foam, but it's not quite foam. And I think the first thing that immediately stands out to me is just how this doesn't feel cheap at all. I mean, you would imagine like it's just a thin metal and it will feel cheap. It doesn't. And I also like that it doesn't have like the SmallRig. Well, it does have the SmallRig logo. I'm just trying to get into focus here. It does have that SmallRig logo there, which I'm not a huge fan of, but at least it's not as prominent as the other one, which is just like very big and massive there. And it does also have like this nice feeling grill on the bottom here, which feels nice. So that's the first thing I get in the box. And the second thing I get in the box here is the warranty card, which I never showed for the first accessory. It's the same thing really, and that's all you get in the box here. We don't need any of that. So to put it on the camera itself is pretty easy. I'm going to remove this very nice one that has this waveform on it that I got as part of the cage, and I'm just going to slide this in right there. And I'm sliding it in right there. You can see it just fits there. And one of, I think, the main concerns I've always had is that this will get in the way of the thumb winder. And if I turn on the camera here, you can see that it doesn't get in the way of the thumb winder at all. Like the thumb winder still has a lot of space here, so I can still roll it like that and it will still fit perfectly. And when I hold the camera here, you can see it's still easy to access the thumb winder here with one hand. Is it as comfortable? Probably not. It's not the most comfortable anymore, but again, this thumb winder is not known to have a lot of like feeling anyway. So I'm trying to do this one-handed. It's still possible, and when I, let's say, turn off the X-Half and I press it there, I can still press it while holding it like that. And I can definitely tell you, just from holding it like this, it definitely feels a lot more comfortable here compared to when there's nothing here. Though I would have wanted it to be not so wide. I think this is a bit too wide on the side, on the right here, which maybe I would have wanted it to be just a little inside here, not so much on the outside here, because my thumb naturally wants to rest here, not here, which, yeah, it's just a tiny bit here, but I think that does make a huge difference. And of course, pulling this, I can still pull it. You can see it still enters into diptych mode there, or gets out of this diptych mode. Oh my god. But yeah, if you want to see how it looks at the top, this is how it looks at the top here. It looks absolutely fantastic, especially because it actually matches the color of the X-Half almost closely. There's a little bit of a difference at the top here, but it's not very noticeable. When we go on to the back there, you can see how it looks here as well. Looks really nice here. I'm not gonna lie to you right there. It looks really good. Let's go to the back here. You can see at the back here as well, so you can, you know, rest your thumb there. I've got like really big hands, so you can see it. The grip definitely helps. I have something to grip onto as opposed to before, where I was just gripping onto the camera itself. So this definitely feels a lot more sturdy and feels a lot more nicer when I just hold it like this, which is nice. So yeah, if you're considering getting the SmallRig accessory pack, you know, whether it's the cage here, the half cage, or you're considering getting the thumb grip, this is how it's going to look. I'm going to test this out. I'm going to use this as I carry, and as you can see, right now as I'm recording, I've had this camera for about 8 days and I've taken about 718 photos here. So definitely a lot of photos I've taken here on the X-Half because I've just loved this camera so much. And I think the first accessory I got was the shutter release here. Then this SmallRig one just came in a bit earlier than the pre-order said it was going to ship. So I'm very happy about that because I'm going on a trip this weekend with Fujifilm. And I would love to use this camera to document it all. So yeah, that's great. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about the SmallRig accessories here for the X-Half. Is this something that you'll get for your X-Half? If you're wondering how much bigger it makes the X-Half, if this is very bulky, it doesn't feel very bulky. As you can see, it doesn't stick outside of the lens right there. So it's just manageable. It's literally just coloring inside the lines, which is great. I like that. I like that it doesn't just, you know, make it look very ugly now, right? I'm thinking of getting the VND one on front of the lens, but I think it will make it look a bit too big, which I'm not really a huge fan of, but we shall see. Okay, so this is about 4 days later that I have gotten this SmallRig setup here. And what are my thoughts about using it? And I think one of the first concerns I had was just about pocketability and if this will be very bulky. So, and if you're wondering if the X-Half still fits in my pocket, well, this is my pocket. Is fairly large, and yeah, it still fits. It bulges out a bit more, I think, because of that thumb grip here, but you can always just remove the thumb grip. But when it comes to pocketability, I would still say that this fits very nicely in the pocket, no worries. So if you're worried about it still fitting in the pocket, even with both the grip here and the thumb rest, well, you should have no worries at all. Next, it was about ergonomics, and I think another worry was if this tiny thing here is comfortable to actually hold. And I'm not gonna lie, you know, just looking at it, it doesn't feel like it's that big or it's that substantial, to be honest. But I'll tell you this right now, I was very, very happy at just how compact it is, but still at the same time being able to hold this and still feel comfortable, which was one of the main gripes I had with the X-Half, was just how, you know, because of my really big hands, I had to hold it almost like this, like in this claw grip. And now, boom, I can just hold it very comfortably. And yes, I also had another concern about this thumb grip here because I felt it was a bit too much to the right. And I'll tell you right now, I think that was a great decision, especially when you turn the camera on and it pops out the advanced lever there. It doesn't clash with the advanced lever, and I've just gotten used to holding it like this. And in fact, when I run with the X-Half, it's so much easier for me to just hold it like this, and it's so much easier to hold. So yes, that concern was also mitigated after using this in the real world. So yeah, when it comes to just the way it is, this color though is not as chocolate silver as I would like, because I selected the chocolate silver for the top part here, and I'll tell you it's not quite the same color, but it's just a tiny gripe. It would have been nice if it was the exact same color, but you know, it's just at this stage I'm just nitpicking. And yeah, overall I would say it doesn't add to the X-Half, and it just made the experience here so much better. And if I check the amount of photos I've taken here on the X-Half, I think now I've taken about 928 photos. Okay, maybe this is a bit busy, so let me go to, yeah, so 928 photos I've taken on the X-Half here. So I've definitely enjoyed holding this, especially when I go run. Like this photo, I literally took it while I was running, this one as well. So every time I head out, and I run every day, so every time I head out I usually take this with me. And yeah, it's been so much better just holding it. Another slight tweak I made was in having this, I think, ring key attachment here. It's not connected to the SmallRig, but before I used the provided strap, but I just found that to be very limiting, especially because I couldn't remove it, and I hated that it dangled off the side of the X-Half. So I've bought this ring key system for quite a while now. I use it on all my other cameras, so I had an extra attachment thing here, so it easily comes on to it just like this. So I just put it there, and I just, like if you've used other straps before, it just goes on there, and I can just put it around my arm like this. And when I put it around my arm like this, I just hit the thing. I can just put it around my arm like this, and boom, just like that. It's secure, and I can just hold it, and I know that the camera is secure in my hand. And this is usually the setup I'm rocking every time I turn on my X-Half and I'm ready to go, and it's so comfortable. I have like one lock here, I have another lock on my thumb, and I have another lock on my grip here. So this makes the experience so much better. So if you can add something like a third-party strap, I know Peak Design makes one, which is quite pricey. I have the Rinky here, which is a lot more cheaper. I would say do it. I had to also add one thing I did here, so I'm just gonna take this off, was I actually added the stoppers that came in the box right there. So my wife helped me do it, but you can probably figure it out from the manual, the user manual there of the X-Half. It tells you how to attach it, because when I did try attaching it directly to the metal there, like on this side, it was not as secure without having that extra, I would say, security that this adds. So I would really suggest you do that. But other than that, yes, I've really loved it. Now let's go wrap up the video. And to wrap up this video here, I'll definitely tell you that yeah, I have not regretted purchasing this SmallRig cage here. And I keep calling it the cage. It's like an L mount, whatever. You understand what I mean? And initially, of course, I had all of my doubts and everything, but this has been a great purchase. And if you are on the fence about this SmallRig accessory, it doesn't make it bigger for your X-Half, I would say not really. To make it portable, you just have to remove that. I don't want to repeat myself here, but yes, let me know any of your questions that you might have about this SmallRig case here. This SmallRig cage here, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. I've loved shooting this. Follow me on Threads if you want to see some of the photos I've been posting, and maybe I can follow you there. I want to, get as much people who love this camera as much as possible. So please drop your Threads or just follow me on Threads. It will be in the description on screen somewhere. Find me there, and let's share the photos from this wonderful camera, this fun little camera that I've really enjoyed using. And I appreciate you for making it all the way to the end. I've been your captain of awesome. This is Geekception. Text me when you get home so I know you got home safe, and watch out for tapir. Tapir, they might appear small. They are not small because they are tapir. They're big, right? So I will catch you in the next one. Don't forget to stay awesome. Bye. And thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. I really love the X-Half. I'm literally recording this video on it right now. And yeah, I bought the SmallRig case, I think even before I got my X-Half. I think when I pre-ordered it, I bought the accessory case at the same time because I imagined that it was going to be an ergonomic nightmare, and I was right. So I'm glad I did that, and I got both of them way earlier than I thought I was going to get it. The X-Half, I got it in less than a month, literally under a month, when they planned and told me it was going to be 3 months. The SmallRig cage, they said it was going to be shipping on the 14th of July or something, but I got it even before the end of June, or I think early July. So it's great. I love it. Just enjoy my time with this camera, and yeah, I look forward to seeing all of your photos and everything. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, say hashtag